The 9th of December is set aside as International Anti-Corruption Day, and Zimbabwe, being a signatory of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, also commemorates this day. This Tuesday saw President Emmerson Mnangagwa delivering an anti-corruption speech at the State House here in Harare. In his speech, he stated the country's zero tolerance on corruption, highlighting that since the launch of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy in 2020, over 2,500 cases have been investigated.
The Second Republic, under my leadership, remains informed by our shared development aspirations, which are firmly anchored on the unequivocal principles of good governance, institutional integrity, and zero tolerance stance on corruption. As such, I launched the first national anti-corruption strategy in July 2020. Since then, close to 2,500 corruption cases were investigated. Over 800 dockets were sent to the National Prosecuting Authority for prosecution, with a 60% conviction rate on finalized cases. The country has also recovered assets worth over $20 million procured using proceeds of corruption.
As President Mnangagwa commended the Zimbabwe National Anti-Corruption Team as well as the National Prosecuting Authority for a job well done, he said there is need to strengthen their investigative capacity.
I commend the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission and the National Prosecuting Authority for this conviction rate. However, more must be done to strengthen their investigative capacity and synergies to expunge the perception of a catch and release trend in our approach to corruption cases.
When dealing with corruption cases, there is need to ensure they are dealt with as swiftly as possible. To this end, President Mnangagwa said the country's court system is now fast-tracked to ensure this is achieved.
On its part, my government has introduced a fast-track courts system to promote efficiency and expedite the resolution of cases, particularly those involving corruption and other economic crimes.
The head of state made it clear that his government will weed out corruption without fear or favour.
Let me conclude by restating that the constitution of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe, is supreme. No one is above the law. My government will weed out and eradicate corruption without fear or favor. Under my leadership, corruption will never be allowed to derail or delay our ongoing quest to accelerate realization of the National Development Agenda, that is the Vision 2030, and a higher standard of living for the people of our country.